So that stuff right there is called Mad Honey, and it sells for about $1 a gram. So to give some perspective, this honey or something similar to it will sell for roughly 1 cent to 2 cents a gram. So what's so special about Mad Honey? Mad Honey contains something called Gray toxins. And Gray toxins, although they have no effect on honeybees, they totally mess human beings up. Consume Gray toxin, you can have nausea, cardiac arrest, delirium, numbness, lose consciousness. Surprising the stuff doesn't kill people, but it can mess you up pretty good. Mad honey's been known about for thousands of years. Even the ancient Greeks knew about it. It's cultivated in Turkey and other parts of the Mediterranean. But the best known mad honey actually comes from the Himalayan mountains and is produced by the Himalayan giant bee. Traditionally, the Gurung people, if I'm pronouncing their names correctly, harvest the honey by scaling down mountain cliffs and removing the honeycombs. So it's also known as cliff honey. But even though the Gurung people get their honey from the Himalayan giant bee, it seems any bee species will produce this. Which brings me to my final point. Now the Himalayan giant bee, they're getting their pollen from rhododendron. And it's from the rhododendron that they're getting this toxin. But the rhododendron isn't the only plant that contains this toxin. So this is, to me, the most fascinating part of this. So it turns out in Appalachian, sometimes there's this lining up events where there's a cold snap and bees are still collecting pollen, but most of the plants die except for the sheep laurel and the mountain laurel. And it turns out that the sheep laurel and the mountain laurel also contain this toxin. So during these times of year, Appalachian bees will actually produce mad honey. Now, growing up in the foothills of the Appalachians, I've tasted plenty of moonshine, but I've never had the chance to taste mad honey. And honestly, seeing what it does to people, I'd probably stay away from it.